Apparently T-Mobile.
Kevin's a big fan of the Samsung Evergreen.
Let me know if you want to get rid of it. I'll help you get rid of it.
Kevin, you like the Samsung Evergreen?
I have no idea.
It's a phone.
I know.
Beautiful phone.
I mean, beautiful phone, yes. But like I said, if you want to get rid of it, just let me know.
It looked like a BlackBerry, except if you put it on its side, it popped up a full little keyboard.
Oh, it's just a horizontal slider?
Yeah, but it also had a keypad on the front.
Mm.
Like without sliding it. It was also recycled. That's why it's called the Evergreen. I'm live, by the way, so.
Yeah, same here. I'm also live.
Well, might as well start then.
And with that, welcome everybody to episode of Crafting a Chat.
Sponsored by water.
Sponsored by water, according to our Lord and Savior, Kevin. We are
not Nestle, just water.
No, just water.
Yeah,
don't get confused.
The actual thing on Earth.
Not Fiji, not Aquafina, just water.
Mainly the water that's on my balcony right now.
I think seawater actually as well.
Gray water is what I was thinking.
Oh, that's also a good one too.
Anyway, it's not a good one.
No, I think that's a great one. This is episode 89. We're about 11 episodes away from our big 100, so everybody get ready for that one. That'll be a good one. I'll tell you that much right now. It's real big. It's bigger than.
Some would say it's a digit more.
Yes.
Oh.
Some would also say it has 2 zeros in it instead of 1.
But it also has a 1.
Yeah, it does.
And if you add the digits up, it equals 1.
Now, hold on. You may be right, but at the same time, I like that number. 100, that's a cool number. That's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
number.
Yeah, I do like that number. Anyway, gentlemen, here we are another Tuesday evening. The weather's getting a little better. We had a weird nor'easter hit yesterday, so I don't know why the weather just can't make up its mind, but here we are. Gentlemen, how are we feeling?
Another week like that.
We have another week like that?
Here we go.
Oh my god. I hate this. Anyway, gentlemen, how you guys feeling? How you guys doing tonight? Good? Good, great, fantastic. I'm glad you guys are great. I'm glad you guys are feeling just great. Anywho, what did we all do last week? Anybody want to start us off?
Cried a little when the weather got cold.
I mean, same here.
Looked ahead.
Yeah.
Crying again because it's going to be 70 on Sunday and 30 on Wednesday. So,
I can't understand this place. I don't get it. I don't understand. Minecraft is weird weather, man. I don't know why Minecraft just can't make up its mind. I don't understand.
What did I play? I played more Tiny Tina, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
More Vampire Survivors. I think that's it. I don't think I played Stranger Paradise last week.
No, we were supposed to, but we were both busy, and Yeah,
but somebody went to bed. Someone's a little freaking dum-dum.
What?
But someone was me.
Oh man, no, I would never call you a dum-dum. I don't think that's what I call you. But yeah, you went to bed. You were tired. It's okay. You have lives outside of this, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, well, I got to keep it PG right now. All right, family show. You'd call me something else. So would I. Anyway.
Sure. Save that for after midnight, Karen. After midnight.
Who got it?
Cool. Adam, what'd you do?
Hey, I'm dumb. I also played another game today, Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Cool.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Adam, what'd you do?
What I did? What are you doing?
Sorry.
Okay.
So to apologize for interrupting me, you got up to interrupt me again?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Well,
he did it the right way.
Did he? I played more Lawn Mowing Simulator. I'm like 5 trophies away from platinuming it, but It's still gonna be another, I don't know, like 15 hours or so.
What number of platinum is that for you?
103 or 4 or 5.
Cool.
I don't remember.
Cool. We're on a journey to 1,000.
Yeah, okay. Yep, Journey to 1,000. Here we go. And then I played a little bit of GTA 5 online. Been going in online every so often and getting going to the casino and spinning the wheel and all that crap.
Nice.
Not really playing too much of that though.
Only fun when we're all on, I think. It's not really.
It's only fun when we're all on and we're all in the mood to play it. And then we have a good session. So there's a lot of factors to it, I gotta be honest.
Okay.
Sometimes you just get in a session and it just sucks. But yeah, that's really all I played. I've been watching a lot of TV, so.
I gotcha. Death Note will be a little late today, so in the meantime, I'll let you guys know what I've been doing. Played more Horizon. I got to a certain story point where I'm like, wow, just wow. A lot of exciting and very unexpected moments in the story so far. Story's getting real good. I gotta admit that. It's really good so far. What did I play? I don't think I played. I think we played GTA 5, didn't we? Did we?
I think we might have played. No, that was last week because I made a joke about it last week.
Oh yeah, you did. I think that's all I played. Horizon. And I don't really think I played anything else. I was supposed to watch the Batman yesterday. Unfortunately, my daughter wasn't feeling too well last night, so we all kind of went to sleep at the same time. So, you know, I didn't get to watch the Batman. I don't know if you got to, Adam. I'm not 100% sure. I know you were planning on watching it as soon as it came on HBO Max.
Yeah, I watched it.
Cool. That theme song was playing in my head all day yesterday.
It's so good. So good, man. It's so good.
Amazing.
There's a lot of piano covers of it online, too.
Absolutely. But with that out of the way, let me ask the panel, too. I'm sure, well, I don't know if Kevin saw it yet, but I'm sure everybody saw the Thor trailer that came out this morning. Love and Thunder. The Thor trailer.
That was yesterday.
Was that yesterday or this morning?
Yeah. No, because it was yesterday, because I talked about it with...
Oh my god, I'm a day behind. Oh, Lord.
The other guy.
I'm sorry. Wow. That's weird. I don't know why I thought it was this morning. Wow, I clearly
Copter. Talked about it with Copter last night.
Oh my god. I like that name. It's not gonna top Kingdom of the Sea though. That was just pure genius last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if everybody got a chance. I'm sure Adam, you saw it.
Yeah, I did. I loved it.
You liked it. Okay, Kevin, did you get to see the Thor trailer?
No.
No. Okay. All right. I
Tim, where are you looking right now? What's going on there?
He's looking at the sky. He's breaking his neck and looking
all
at the sky.
All right. What I was.
I look at the floor.
Oh, it looks like you're looking at the sky.
No. Oh no! Look, you can see his eyes down there. See his eyes at the bottom. He's got those little pops. Yeah.
See it.
Little pops.
Yeah, your eyebrows are part of your hair. They're like 3D. They pop up when you look down.
Nice. I like the teaser. I thought it was really good. Marvel's clearly heading in a good direction with their movies. We'll see how Doctor Strange does in a couple of about a week. I think at this point, 2 weeks at this point. I think we got left till Doctor Strange. We'll see how it does. Hopefully it does good, and Thor looks great. But that's the summer for Marvel. I'm pretty sure. The rest of them, I think they got one more thing planned for the holiday time. I think it's that Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special thing. Yeah, I think that's what they have left. I just wanted to ask the panel if everybody saw that, but I was mainly looking to see if Kevin saw it because Death Note obviously is not here right now. So, but anyway, I'm sure we have a couple topics we want to talk about today. Kevin, you want to start us off, or what do you guys want to do here?
Yeah, sure. I'll start it off.
Go for it.
All right. So, first impressions: Arkham Horror, Mother's Embrace. So sad that there isn't going to be more of these games. There might be more of these games. I don't know. So let's see. This game, I don't remember who made it. Lucky Hammers. I don't know. They might be the developer. Who knows? There's a lot of names attached to this game. Partnered with Asmodee and Fantasy Flight Games because they are the ones that make the majority of the Arkham Horror board games, card games. I have not played the board game of Arkham Horror or the other one, Elder Sign, but I have played and own a lot of Arkham Horror, the card game, and I love it. Um, so the video game Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace tries to mimic this in a video game setting without like cards or it being a board game. Basically, it boils down to a turn-based strategy-ish combat system and a somewhat limited like exploring time frame or thing where like a third person walking around investigating stuff, finding clues, questioning people, blah blah blah. Well, not really questioning people. You just sort of talk and a cinematic plays out. Um, uh, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it didn't do well at all, and I guess it really shouldn't. I don't know. It doesn't really like do anything that's like, oh my god, amazing, except for the music because the music is freaking 10 out of 10. Let's go. Um, and that's all the time. The music sets a great mood throughout this entire game, from title screen through all of gameplay that I've played so far. Voice acting and script are all over the place. It has its moments of, hey, that was really good, that was written well, and its other moments of, this is a children's book that we're now reading from. Like, what's going on here? What is this word choice? Vocabulary is just all over, and they can't decide whether or not they want to like use 20s and 30s lingo or they just want to like not use that. Um, so yeah, that's all over the place, but like a lot of the voice acting is not terrible. I think it's more like the script writing was just not good. The narrator is voiced well, but holy shit, does she talk slow. Um, I've just resorted to
Mm.
reading the lines at this point because it takes too long for her to say the like two sentences she has to say. It's also super annoying that the narrator has to like make comments on literally everything that happens in the game, but that's fine, whatever. Um, the combat is actually really good. I really like how they set up the combat system. Um, it's very
Is this your
interesting
typical like
how
survival
trade-offs and
horror
stuff.
game?
Huh?
Is this your typical like survival horror type of game?
No.
Oh,
Most survival horror games don't have a strategy turn-based combat system.
oh, I mean like in terms of combat and just in that I'm talking about, not actually like the
I
whole
mean,
system, but like combat
you
wise, I'm assuming there's like less resources, more like hiding, running away, things like that.
no.
Oh, okay,
There's just no hiding and running away.
okay.
All you so let's see. How the hell do I describe this? So basically, the way that the board game. Well, I think the way the board game plays, the way the card game definitely plays because I played that. Um, you have like an investigation phase of the game, and then shit starts happening, and you have to like actually fight things and do things, and the game sort of mimics this.
Mm-hmm.
Most of your cases are gonna just be walking around, um, going to different like look here, little like thingies. Kind of like glowing items in Resident Evil, but they don't glow. There's just like a little diamond over them. Um, you walk over and you can like look at paintings on the walls, look at books, look at crap on desks and stuff like this, and then every once in a while you have to like try to figure out what the correct way to approach something is, and if you do it wrong, the Mythos clock advances, which if it fills, something bad happens, usually resulting in the loss of sanity or a quicker loss of sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then eventually you're just going, and you have to fight something. So then as soon as you have to fight something, it goes into like a grid. Not really grid based. There's no actual grid for movement. It's just sort of like if you move a certain distance, it's going to take an additional action point. Using weapons and stuff takes action points based on how adept your whoever is with using the weapon you're trying to use. There's magic spells that you can get if you find like the books and stuff for them. Magic is interesting because there's a chance for it to wildly cast something else, and it will target anybody if it does. I've healed an enemy with it. That was really funny. Um, so you've got guns and melee weapons. The guns, you have like a shared amount of ammo that you're like carrying at all times. So that's what you pull from when you hit the reload. Um, Melee weapons. I have a knife and a pipe wrench, so I'm expecting a whole wide variety
Good.
of melee
Good.
weapons.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to hit people with blunt objects.
So far, all I fought are cultists. I have to assume that there are creatures in this game too because
Mm.
it's Arkham Horror. But like, it's not. I wouldn't classify this as a survival horror game at all. It's a history strategy game, I guess. I don't know. It just has a turn-based combat system that's very similar to like not exactly Final Fantasy Tactics and games like that, but like similar enough. Um, it's not as crazy. There's not a whole lot that like goes on, but that's also like a strength of it in my opinion because the decisions that you make with your characters actually matter. And one of the coolest things they put into it is so you have like this initiative track that put ranks where people start in combat in the combat order. Um, and you can spend 2 action points out of your 5 to advance on that track by 1 space.
Mm-hmm.
And enemies will do this as well. So it can be very interesting to fight things that have like enough health to survive a few hits because they might actually like stop their turns early to try to advance in the initiative track and go quicker the next time. If there's civilians involved in a combat situation, you have to try to protect them. I don't believe there's any trophies for doing that. So, like, if you want to use them as cannon fodder, I guess you could, but there's probably repercussions, like loss of sanity or something like that. All characters have health and sanity. If they lose enough sanity, they have a chance to suffer trauma. Um, the traumas seem to be predetermined for each character, uh, which is a slight departure from games, but also not, depending on how you want to look at it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. The game as a whole, it's not bad at all. I think it's a pretty decent game to like a good game. Definitely not anything past like good overall. The music is stellar, like I said. But that's about it. It doesn't really do anything too noteworthy to advance any genre, but I think it's a really solid first attempt at translating like Arkham Horror the card game into a video game and like getting rid of the cards. Um, I would love to see like even if it's not a sequel, see another attempt at like polishing it up. Take like the criticisms and stuff about the game, try to fix it all up, make it a better experience overall, and then do like what they're doing with Dark Pictures Anthology, where you release a game like every year or so, and you could have like a continuing campaign for like 7 games, where your inventory, whoever's alive and dead, um, your like results in different cases and stuff, will move from game to game, kind of like how it works in Arkham Horror, the card game, because that would be really really fun. Very few games do things like that, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Um.
Uh, Questions, comments, concerns, lottery numbers.
Ooh, lottery numbers. Well, wouldn't we all like that?
All right,
1, 22, 35, 17, 11.
all right, all right.
Is that all the numbers you need?
Sure, yeah,
I think that's all of them, right? That's like 5 or 6, whatever you need for
yeah,
the
yeah,
lottery.
yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
All right.
remember.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that review. That's great. That's lovely.
Mm. If
I
anybody doesn't have anything, I do have one other tiny topic, but go ahead.
Please go ahead. Not stopping me at all.
Oh, okay. Is there nothing confirming? Nothing about Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like my
Okay.
cup of tea. I'll tell you that much. That's my opinion on it,
No,
obviously.
that's fine. It's not
Um,
everybody's cup of tea, for sure.
no, that's one of the games that I'm like, I don't think I'd ever get behind playing. Like some of the games you describe, I can immediately tell you, yes, I want to give it a shot. And I would say at least like 7 times out of 10, I'll say, yeah, I'll give it a shot with you. Um, few games like that, I wouldn't. And I think it's just the way the genre, I guess that genre of gaming is, because not genre, the system is what I don't prefer,
Right.
especially when you add horror elements, and it's just not what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the Dark Anthology set, though. Um, I that's one of those games where I'm like, with the yearly release where it happens like that, I I'm not 100% sure if I want more yearly releases like that, but I think the way you said that you could carry things over from one game to the next, like you could carry over to your what did you say
Inventory, who's
yes,
alive, who's dead,
that
whatever,
that
like
would be
main
cool if it
decisions.
carried over from game to game. I mean, I don't know, maybe by the end of it we'll know if that does or not, indeed, but
Right.
I I um I think that'd be a cool mechanic. If it is still coming a year after year, if that's how they do it, that's cool. If that's not how, probably wouldn't prefer it a year after year though.
Oh yeah, no, that would only work like that. But like, I don't know. I feel like I said, it kind of does a decent job of mimicking Arkham Horror the card game, and
Hmm.
that's the only reason I bought as much of Arkham Horror the card game as I did, is
Gotcha.
because like the decisions and stuff that you make, how well you do, and all this other stuff, it has actual repercussions. And if you play it as a campaign mode setting, where like you go from case to case to case to case to case, if people are dead, they're dead. Like you can't pick them again. Um, and like certain decisions you make are gonna have something come up later on about it. Like you have a constant like notebook going of like the game itself tells you what to make a note of as you complete each case.
Oh,
um, and they could totally do that with a video game. That is not out of the question at all. It's just actually doing it, and really you would have to have, let's see, in order to pull this off and have like a yearly release, as long as you keep the game in like the same engines and all that,
yeah,
really
you could
most of the work
easily have
is
a yearly
on
release
art
then.
department and script. That's it. Like if you have the engine and all that established, that's like 50% or more of the game.
Oh yeah, I would
um,
like horror games to do that more often. If you're making a series of them and you're trying to tell a very elongated story, across a span of a few titles,
hmm
that's an interesting aspect to have that I don't. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't think many horror games do that.
No.
None that I could think of,
Maybe.
at least.
So another little thing I gotta talk about because I gotta get off my chest. Um, so the Gundam Evolution network test happened. I gave my thoughts on that. Great game. Can't wait. Oh my gosh. What a surprise. Finally, a good Gundam game. Um, so that happened, and Overwatch 2 beta, uh, the first one apparently, there might be multiple, I don't know, is April 26th. That's coming up. Uh, but I'm really confused. So Overwatch 2 still, from the official website, is supposedly adding a co-op mode, which is like a PvE sort of thing.
Mm.
Sounds kind of like what Team Fortress 2 did, which that was kind of dumb. So maybe they do a better job. I hope they do a better job. I don't think they can do worse. Um, with some sort of PvE element that really seems to be the reason you buy Overwatch 2, because they still have on the official website for Overwatch 2 that you won't need Overwatch 2 to play the competitive PvP with people. You can still play when you're with Overwatch 1 and have the heroes that are releasing with Overwatch 2 and beyond, plus maps, stuff like this. Um, so it really just seems to be all about the PvE and like whatever updates and stuff they're gonna make to the graphics engine, I guess, if they're doing that. Um, so yeah, that said, the beta has 4 new maps, 1 new hero, and 4 or 5 hero reworks from Overwatch 1, and that's it. 2 of the new maps feature the new objective mode, which sounds like it's just a rehash of a previous one. It sounds like some sort of escort-like game mode, just slightly different somehow. Because it's called push. I mean, unless you're like taking multiple capture points, which already exist in the game as well. Um, like I don't know. I feel like they're just taking the super lazy approach to Overwatch 2, and like it's a Blizzard game, so I still have this thought in the back of my head that like, no, it's Blizzard, they can't do anything wrong. Like the fan base is just gonna eat it up and be like, oh yeah, 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 Overwatch 2, let's go, we. Um, but at the same time, Overwatch 2 was announced years ago, and to have your first beta not even feature anything that is actually coming in Overwatch 2 itself, that like makes or sorry, that's exclusive to Overwatch 2. Like this stuff everybody's gonna get. Why is this your first beta? Um, but whatever. And for what this has on offer, 4 maps, 1 hero, and 5 hero reworks. That's it. After 3, 4 years now, this is your beta. Um, I don't know. It just seems weak. That's about it.
Sounds like it's a pretty weak beta as it is. 1.2 really sounds like, rather than like a 2 beta at this point. I don't even know why they're bothering something like this. Um, I apologize, Adam. If you want to take over for a couple minutes here, I apologize. I need to step away for a minute here. I apologize for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, huh. The Gun Evolution hopefully comes out soonish. Still looking like a free to play game. That's fun. Still no idea how current season things are gonna work for unlocking things. That kind of sucks. Wish we knew a little bit more about how expensive stuff was gonna be, but that's fine. Um, I think the surveys are all finally, yeah, the surveys have all been collected for Gundam Evolution, so they should be working on all the stuff that people pointed out that like could be improved upon. My main thing is I hope that they improve upon the sound design so that distance sounds don't drop off as quickly as they do, because their sound design is so good. Oh, so good. Everything sounds great. Sounds like you're watching the anime. Um, and just having things fade away over like 50 feet is just silly. Um, yeah, there's some cool sales going on right now. I don't think well, actually no, I believe the Frontier sale is still happening on Steam Store. Let's check that out. It's a spring sale on the PSN Store. Added some more titles to that. I own everything on there already that I would be interested in buying, but it's there. Um, uh-huh, uh-huh. What we got? What we got? Oh, no, it looks like Frontier Games sale is now done on Steam. Instead, we have Gamera Games publisher sale. I've never heard of these people. Let's see what we got on sale here. I have no idea what any of these games are. I've heard of Dyson Sphere, but that's about it. You know, maybe not. Oh, Darwinia is on sale. That's a good game. What else we got? We got all kinds of sales on Steam Store. Go check those out too, actually. So we got some really good sales on the Steam Store right now. Little Nightmares franchise is on sale. Solasta is on sale, and this looks like there's a DLC for the game as well. Is that game? Oh no, it did officially drop. That's right. So already got DLC for that game coming out. Glover? Excuse me? Glover is an upcoming game? Glover is coming back, everybody. Wow. If you didn't play Glover, that was on Nintendo 64. That was a random game, let me tell you. Apparently that is coming back. That's a questionable decision, but we'll see how they do with that. Elder Scrolls Online is still trying to get people to play. No, they might have enough people playing. I have no idea what their online community is like, but you got ads on Steam, ads on PlayStation. Oh my goodness. So many ads for that. Dungeons and Dragons is going to be having a Dungeons and Dragons Direct, or Wizards of the Coast, I guess, is having the Direct. Be April 21st at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can check it out on Twitch and YouTube. I have no idea where exactly, but I would assume that there's a Wizards of the Coast official channel on both of those platforms. What other fun news things we got here? Supposedly another D&D book that's on the horizon set for August. I feel like that shouldn't really be a thing though, because there's already 2 other books coming out, May and June. May is Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse, or whatever, Monsters of the Universe, I don't know, whatever it is. And then June, I believe it is Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. And apparently there's going to be a book in August. This is going to be another Magic source book, it might be. Magic the Gathering source book, that is. I don't know what environment they would have. I would hope Kamigawa, but that's probably not going to be it. Actually, but the next one will probably be like something like Innistrad. I could see them doing that too, even though Ravenloft already exists. Other fun things we got. Just filling in time until someone else chimes in real quick.
I apologize for the interruption. Was Adam here?
Patrick's Parabox. Highly recommend that game. I've been just filling time, Genesis. We're going to try to do another hard sell here. Patrick's Parabox, another good puzzle game. It's on Steam. Highly recommend that. I cannot explain this game. Go look up a trailer. If you like Baba Is You, you got to play it. Like, just go get it. Don't even question it. Don't even look up the trailer. Just go buy it right now. Patrick's Parabox. If you like Baba Is You.
Patrick Parabox.
All right. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Adam didn't fill time, so I did. I've been dropping just gaming news and sales.
Is he here?
I don't know.
I haven't left.
Oh, okay.
I've been listening. I was like, I didn't say yes after you left. You were like, Adam, and then fair. I said nothing, and then Kevin was like, hello. And I was like, I never said yes. And then Kevin just started talking, and I was like, I'm just going to see how this goes. So I've just been listening to Kevin talk about sales and this games on Steam. Honestly, it was very entertaining, and I believed in Kevin, and he did a great job.
Look at that.
Wow.
See?
I didn't need to interrupt. There's nothing for me to say. Kevin was talking. Every so often, he'd be like, "Okay, let's see what else we can find." I was having a great time.
All right, well, okay. Um, but yeah, to answer the original topic you had at hand, Overwatch 2 beta sounds like absolute garbage, first of all. They should have just called it the update to Overwatch 1. I don't know why they're calling it a sequel, especially having a beta and wasting people's time for this. Do you have to sign up for that beta? Is that something you have to actually
You
apply for?
opt in. You know, it's probably just like every other Blizzard thing where you basically opt in through the Battle.net service, and
Mm.
they just like go activate this many people, and it picks.
For new maps, any difference in modes or anything like that for the beta, or is
There's
it the
just the one
same?
mode, the
Oh,
one
just
new
the one
mode
mode.
called Push, whatever the hell that is.
Okay. Mm.
I don't know. I haven't really looked a whole lot into anything because I just don't care. I wasn't really a
Fair enough.
huge fan of. I was a fan of Overwatch when it first came out. Then people started figuring shit out, and the gameplay devolved into um, everybody saves up their ultimates, uses them together, pushes a little bit, and then rinse and repeat. It got real boring.
Mm.
Blizzard did nothing to try to stop this. In fact, they further promoted it in the game because they were just like, well, that's gonna be the meta, sure. And I was like, well, all right.
I mean, yeah.
Which is why Gundam Evolution is so much better because you can actually kill people.
It's weird. Blizzard let that be the meta, but then like you look at games like Call of Duty where Activision will clearly just go in and keep resetting the meta every single season or
Hmm.
every single time something super popular. It's weird how they're both out of the same like branch of game. Well, the branch of gaming that they have, but like they have two different philosophies when they see on something like meta and when they
Yeah.
think about how a meta of a game should go or things like that. It's very odd that I see that now. I played Overwatch. I don't know, maybe a month or two when it originally
Hmm.
was out. Um, didn't care for it too much. I was trying to understand how to play it. It looked fun when it was originally out, and then I was like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. But then again, I went into Rogue Company, and Rogue Company is just like I I think it's a better version of Overwatch in
Rogue
general.
Company's great. I wouldn't compare it to Overwatch personally, but
Yeah,
Rogue Company's great.
I played something like that, and I was like, well, I played Overwatch, and I don't know if I'll play like this in Rogue Company. But yes, Overwatch is a different type of game where all the roles kind of impact one another. Rogue
Yeah,
Company
yeah.
really doesn't. You can be anything you want. It doesn't impact one another. You can make it impact one another,
Yeah,
but
you
that's if
you
you.
can definitely make it happen, but it's not imperative.
Right, right. Where Overwatch is highly dependent on what you have as far as roles is considered.
Yeah. It's another thing I
But
like about Gundam Evolution. It really doesn't matter. It's pick who you're good with.
I can't wait to play that network test. I was just looking
Dude,
online
I can't
again to
wait to play
see.
that with you. Oh,
Yeah,
I can't wait for you to experience it for the first time.
I was looking
I
at
wanna
that.
hear you.
I I'm excited to play it. I really am. With all the impressions you've given, 100% excited to play
Cause
it
like
because
I like Gundam as like a whole, but like I
same.
haven't watched as much as what I'm assuming you've watched of Gundam.
Oh no, I've watched Double O, I've watched G Gundam, Gundam
Yeah.
Wing, Gundam
So like
D.
I'm excited to just hear your reactions to everything. I can't wait for you to play the
Absolutely,
game.
absolutely. I hope they have some of the iconic Gundams in there, but I'm
I rattled
like I
them all
said,
off for you. I believe.
I'm day one on this. If this is what exactly what I'm thinking, and from what you've already said, and I play it and I just enjoy it, I'm day one on this. I'm
Well,
100% day one.
I
I
got
think
some
it'll
good
be
news
great.
for you. So far, it's still free to play. So.
Fantastic, fantastic. Um, I know you had mentioned to me earlier as well in the day. I think it was that. I think this was today. You mentioned to me that Stranger of Paradise has DLC announced for it too.
Yes,
Um,
3 DLCs for Stranger Paradise. Don't look into those unless you want spoilers, by the way.
right.
In fact, the titles alone, if you know anything about the story of Final Fantasy, are already spoilers. So thanks. Um, it's okay. I already know the storyline of this game. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I know where it's going.
I don't, so
Um,
I probably won't even ever look. You already texted
yeah.
me the titles, but none of it makes any sense to me. So to me, it's like
Well,
okay,
good. Okay. So apparently, people who haven't played Final Fantasy before, I mean, I've played the first game, um, many times, and yeah, DLCs are very spoilery. Um, But I'm also really excited for the DLCs if it's what I think they're going to be. Um, Especially the one. The one is not a spoiler, so we're going to talk about that. Trials of the Dragon King, I think is what one of them is called.
Hmm.
Um, that, in my opinion, has to be talking about Bahamut, and he was never in Final Fantasy One.
He showed
That's
up later in
interesting.
like Final Fantasy seven, seven,
He
six.
shows up.
No, if
He show up in six,
Bahamut definitely
I
showed up in
think.
seven. He's one of
Yeah.
the
Oh
final
yeah, definitely
bosses
in seven.
before
I
Sephiroth.
think he shows up in six as an Esper, because I think that's how you learn Flare.
Oh,
I don't know if he's in four or not, and I don't remember two and three. I
I,
never
I
played three because three sucked. And Final Fantasy two, I played on DS, and it was super easy. I died like twice in the entirety of that game. Um, and I don't remember anything about it other than the last area of the game. There were certain enemy, like, not arrangement, like certain enemy setups for combat. It was a roll of the dice whether or not your entire party would be paralyzed and you would just lose.
mm,
Or turn to stone or whatever it was. It was one of the two. But yeah.
but
DLC should be interesting. I'm excited. No idea if you have to pay for them or not. Apparently, there was something about a season pass in the deluxe edition
and I
from
can't find
Stranger
that season
Paradise.
pass anywhere else. That's the
Yeah,
confusing part. I can't find it as a standalone purchase.
right. So, I mean, I don't know when these DLCs are supposed to start dropping, but clearly they have three things planned. Um, I have no idea. I guess I should say this. So, Trials of the Dragon King, I assume is Bahamut. Wanderer of the Rift, I think is one of them. I have a thought on that one. Um, and then see, I forget what future. Something about future. Um, that one I'm pretty sure I know what they're doing with. Wanderer of the Rift, I believe I know what's going on in that one. But the
Okay.
Bahamut one is interesting because, like I said, Bahamut was never in the first game, so that one will just be a journey. I'm sure. I hope that one drops first. I
Yeah.
want to go into something not knowing the storyline.
I mean, for me, any of them draw first, and I'm going in as if I've
Oh yeah.
never
I mean,
played
I'm
this
gonna
game at
play
all
any of them. Don't
before.
get me wrong, but yeah.
I mean, so
Yep.
far, Final Fantasy for me, all I know is we just left to go chaos. That's it.
Yeah.
Everyone goes.
So the funny thing is, there's that. Even though it's like a meme and like terrible script, it is 100% terrible script. There's a reason for it. So
Mm, that's
they'll
another
probably
welcome.
not explain that, but there is.
I don't think they can explain it all. It's Square Enix we're talking about here. They don't explain
Yeah.
a lot of things that
Yeah.
happen in their games, regardless.
That's right. I'll explain it for you when we
I'll be the
finish the
first
game.
one
All
to
right.
say that,
I'll
100%.
explain it when we finish the game.
Yeah, regardless. Um, but speaking of Square Enix too, a lot of tweets going about them that they're completely stacked up with titles and they're hard at work doing this and that, like with KH4 in their plate, Final Fantasy 16, Forspoken. Um, they're just hard at work doing everything they got to do at this point, just pumping out titles. Um, Also, Insomniac is also just talking about that they're trying to hire a senior manager for one of their expansive multiplayer titles they're working on. So they're working on Wolverine, Spider-Man, some multiplayer title. Who knows what else Insomniac is working on? Probably the cure to cancer and all that other things that cyborgs do work over there. Um, a lot of the I should say at least a lot of the Japanese side of developers too. They're pretty busy working on different things, Capcom included and all that. Very few studios. Probably, I think one studio that comes to mind that I don't know what they're working on, or they're very quiet about what they're working on, is Ubisoft. They're not really working on much as it is. At least I don't think so.
Hey, I
I know
signed up for the freaking whatchamacallit beta again. What's that pirate game?
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, I signed up
They
for another
still.
beta for that.
When didn't the beta already happen for that?
No,
Oh my
No, the
gosh.
project was like all but scrapped.
Jeez. Okay.
Now we got a beta
Well,
again. So there you
I
go.
mean, I know they're working on Assassin's Creed Infinity. I know they've pretty much scrapped a lot of the Tom Clancy stuff that's going on because the extraction that came out, Division, and well, the only thing that's working for them right now is Siege because the other two don't work for them at all. They're not doing as well as they wanted them to. And then I don't know what their plans are for all the other garbage ware that they have as it is. I think Adam was talking about Far Cry, but that was
There's a board game coming out.
from Ubisoft for Far Cry.
Far Cry. Yep.
Oh God. Okay. Well then.
I didn't believe it until I looked at it and I was like, oh, yep, all right.
I mean, From Software only does one game every couple of years, as they are, and I don't know what Kojima Productions is working on either. They're not doing anything right now.
Abandoned, right? Yeah.
I guess no. At this point, no. I wanted it to be true, but no longer. Not after the interview that happened.
Oh, what interview happened?
The one with the what's his name, Hassan or whatever his name is, like, oh yeah, we ran out of money for the project and we had no more money. So it's never coming. It's never gonna see the light of day. You know, it's never gonna be a thing.
They funneled all their money into a 7-second wall. Floor walking simulator.
Nintendo also pretty busy. They announced their release date for Xenoblade today, July, I think. Yeah, July. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for them. So they're busy as well with Bayonetta, with that, with whatever their Metroid Prime 4 as well, and anything else they're working.
Get more stuff too? Dread
Dread got its update. I think
They got the boss rush mode.
Yeah, I don't think there are any other updates so far planned for it as far as I've seen, but yeah, got its update. I don't know what other. There are other gaming publishers that I should say that I feel like EA also is pretty quiet. I mean, I know they're working on that Star Wars. What was it? Eclipse game, or is that Amy Hennig's game? Or was that Quantic Dreams game?
No, it was Insomniac's games.
The Star Wars game?
Yeah, Insomniac's gonna make that.
Oh, right, Insomniac's making everything. Right. I forgot about that. I forgot. Yeah, they are.
There's one studio we can count on. It's Insomniac.
Listen, we can count on them to make everything. If we're looking for a cure to COVID, they're gonna be the one doing it. So, and that's just how it is.
I lost my phone. Oh, here it is.
Adam, you got any topics this week?
No.
Clearly, this is the Genesis and Kevin show today.
What? Dusty Notice here?
No.
Wow. Get shit on.
Dusty Notice here, but Adam's not here.
I'm here. I just have nothing to input.
Fantastic, lovely.
Except Star Wars Eclipse is Quantic Dream.
I was looking for confirmation. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. You didn't ask me, so I was like, anybody else could respond, so I waited. You know, it just feels like a waiting kind of a day. You know what I mean? I believed in everybody else, and everybody else sat in silence.
Good, fantastic. Yeah. Desinoto, you got any topics you want to talk about this week? Actually, while you're here, you want to tell us what you played last week, since we didn't get a chance to ask you? Of course not. Nope, he's dead. Nope,
probably still unpacking.
Probably still unpacking his life at this point. Still unpacking.
Or he's muted. He does that a lot.
That too. No, he's still unpacking his life. Okay. All right. Well, let's go over to rumors here.
Unpacking his wife?
His life.
His wife. You got to find that first.
Let me talk about some rumors here, since we didn't get a chance to talk about too many rumors last week.
What was going on?
There he is.
What happened? I was getting food.
Lovely, of course.
The third option.
Yes, we forgot about the third option. I was just asking what you played last week in the meantime, since you didn't get a chance to tell us that yet, obviously.
Oh, an Elden Ring. I finally got back to playing Elden Ring, and I beat Margit, the Twig Man.
Mm.
And
Didn't that happen last week? I feel like you talked about that last week.
Maybe you're right.
Wait.
Well,
Who? Margaret?
The
yeah,
first boss.
First major boss.
Wasn't
He's
that
a giant
also the
twig.
name of the wet nurse in Bloodborne?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's true.
Huh.
Oh.
Alright.
Look at that.
Oh.
Names can be used more than once.
No, they can't.
Maybe there's a connection.
Maybe.
Maybe the twig is formed from her many blades that she used when she was
Yes,
trying
right?
to kill you. I played a bunch of League because there's this one skin that got unvaulted recently. Like you literally couldn't get it unless you got it at that time it came out. So I'm like just playing a bunch to get points to convert into the currency you need to get the skin for one of my favorite champions.
Nice.
Working on that. And then the reason I was late today was I went to go see the Sonic movie with my little brother.
Epic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
Wow, that's quite the betrayal going on there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He gave me ample chance, and unfortunately, things just didn't line up, especially since Sunday. So that's okay. It's fine.
Oh, wow.
What did you think of the Sonic movie? No spoilers.
Oh, my
Good.
hip.
What did
Good
you
movie.
cry laughing during the wedding scene?
The wedding scene. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous 10 minutes of
yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah, absolute nonsense. One moment after the other.
And the after credits is pretty great.
Oh my god, I was screaming.
Yeah.
me and Leon were screaming. He was freaking out more than I was, but I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, a couple nerds in our theater started screaming, and then Copter and I were like, "Whoa!"
Okay, I'm very intrigued by this after credit scene. I'm gonna watch
you'll
the
be so
movie,
intrigued.
but I want
Oh
to
my
know what the
god.
after credit scene is. I'm kind of curious now. What is
Wait,
it?
you want to know? You want us to spoil it?
Yeah. Spoil that part. Don't spoil the movie, but spoil.
Okay.
This thing.
After the end, I mean, I'll spoil it. After the end of the film, the military guy, the Olive Garden guy from the first film, he gets notified by this lady, like, oh, this one thing in like this old project, the bad person was looking into it, and he's like, oh, Project Shadow. And then it goes to the test tube, and Shadow opens his eyes.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No, not kidding.
Oh my god.
I mean,
that's good. That's
based
really
on
good.
how we scream. Honestly, there's a moment before that cool. It's like super cool. Like before the after credit scene that Destinoto probably screamed at as well, I would guess. During the climactic fight.
Oh yeah.
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 So there's still moments to like scream at in the film, so don't worry, you're gonna have a good time.
No, that alone has now energized me to go want to watch that film more. That's crazy. Oh my god, that takes
It's
me
just a
that
really
far.
funny movie.
Well, no, but they're doing well with the series. I mean, Sonic series has been on a decline game-wise and even media-wise, honestly, for the last, 10 years or so? Ever since, the end of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, when all the crappy games came out after it. And look at how the series is just getting revitalized from the movies, and now that they're putting Shadow in there too, that's crazy. That's actually pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
They could make the third movie really good. Really good, especially if they use a lot of Sonic Adventure 2 stuff. Oh my god, that'd be so good.
I'll go see it again if you want to go.
I'll have to think about that one. Yeah,
It's real
that
good.
sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning's a little slow. I don't know if you saw that, Sonoto.
Yeah.
But, and I didn't care for the dance scene, except when the guy takes off his shirt, and it's just a version of him. But yeah, there's so many, like, there's so many dumb moments where it's like, this is so stupid, and I love it.
Yeah.
What a crazy thing. That's awesome. Well, good for
really
the Sonic.
Movie.
Good for the Sonic fan base. They must be really happy. That's awesome. Anyway.
Alright. You watch shows? You watch any shows? You get further in any shows? Any shows come up?
Mm-hmm.
Arcane season 2 coming out yet? Huh? That's in a row? Huh? Spill the beans.
What season 2?
Arcane.
Oh, I don't know yet. I am really waiting. I'm waiting for that. I'm really waiting for that.
How would he be in
the first season was?
No, I'm not gonna.
Oh.
I was actually really angry that they ended it that way, but like, come on.
Oh.
But I've gotten to I finished season 4 of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And oh my lord. Oh my lord, what is this show is crazy.
I told you it gets better.
This show it just keeps getting crazier.
Ah, so good.
And you know what? That's the same exact thing I said about Ozark. To anybody who I tell to watch it, I'm just like, every episode just escalates past the last one, and it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Breaking Bad gets nuts.
Oh my god.
Season 4.
As soon as I saw Jesse and his head.
Yeah, it's so much.
Like,
there's so much.
Like, wait a second.
There is so much in season 4. So are you on the first episode of season 5, or you haven't started it yet?
I didn't start the first episode.
So the last shot you have seen is the Lily of the Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, this man is such a mastermind.
It's so good.
I remember him looking at the dirt.
Yeah, and then it all comes together.
What is that in the garden? Is that like a flower seed packet or something? And then it just goes away from that, and then comes back around.
Yeah, the visual clue is there, and like if you're a keen-eyed viewer, you would have known. It's a plant that's been there since season 1. It's it's wild. That whole thing is awesome. And that season is why people want the actor who plays Gus to play Two-Face. So, no spoilers, but it should make sense.
Yeah, dude. He's still the most like stylish character in the way he just portrays himself. Walks out. Buttons up.
Beautiful. Season 6 of Better Call Saul started yesterday, and it was 2.5 hours of gloriousness. It was amazing. So, we're getting closer and closer to Breaking Bad. It's so good. So, I'm glad that you're still enjoying it, and good luck. Good luck for season 5. It's good luck. That's all I can say.
Wait a second. Hold on, wait. I have to check something. I may have given the wrong information.
Oh.
Maybe further. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh no.
I'm How did I forget? I'm on episode 10 of season 5.
How the hell? So have you watched episode 10, or are you about to start 10?
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So you
watched
just
9.
yeah.
And things are falling apart.
Things know, people know, and
Yeah.
tread lightly.
Yeah.
I believe is that episode. And the whole garage scene.
Blood Money.
Blood Money.
That was the name of 9.
Yeah, Blood
With,
Money. That's the one
Hank
with
and-
yeah, the garage where he's like, if
Yeah.
everything you're saying is true, perhaps the best course of action is to tread lightly. Love it.
Yep.
Oh, you also got past my favorite episode, season 4, episode 11, Crawl Space. It's the one where Walt's laughing in the crawl space.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh
like
my
7
God.
minutes of tension.
It's the whole time my mouth was just open. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Oh man, you're so close to the end. Oh my god. Oh. So good. Start that show, Genesis.
The way
I'm gonna have
he
to.
kept laughing and laughing, and it just kept getting worse.
The whole situation is like, it's, what else can you do at that point? Like, it's just, like,
everything
it's all.
prepared, and then he goes to get the money. It's like,
it's not only that it's gone, it's who it was given to. Oh,
yeah.
it's what a show! What a show! All right, cool.
Let's talk about some rumors here. I got a couple things I want to talk about here. The first one I got here. So
Right. He said, let's talk about a couple rumors. Place your bet. How many rumors we actually gonna have? I'm going 9.
9?
You just keep interrupting people, Kevin.
Good. Adam, how many do you think I'm gonna have? Decimal is at 6.
35.
Kevin. Wow,
Ooh,
he's
it's a spicy one.
Okay.
I'm ready. Let's do this. A couple rumors.
First one, future PC ports from PlayStation Studios. Reddit user Rock Agent supposedly leaks future PlayStation PC ports on the PlayStation Reddit. Guerrilla Games will handle Forbidden West. Iron Galaxy is porting Uncharted to PC. Blind Squirrel Games and Jetpack Interactive are currently busy porting over Ratchet 2016 and Rift Apart to PC. Polyphony is doing GT7. Bluepoint is bringing over Demon Souls, and Nixxes has been working on Ghost of Tsushima and its DLCs for quite a while now. What do you guys think? That's the end of the rumor.
You sent this in the chat.
I did.
The website that you sent said he was a person who does credible rumors. And I went on his Reddit account. He has like 4 posts because he's been banned 3 times, and this is his 4th account. And on the Reddit post that you're looking at, if you scroll down, there's someone, I think it's like the 3rd comment, it should be pinned, and I think someone says it should be pinned. The guy has literally posted games that were on the NVIDIA list, and also his track record is horrible.
Okay.
I believe everything that's on the NVIDIA list, or NVIDIA list, not NVIDIA. What the hell is that? Everything else, I don't care about this man or his rumor.
Okay. Fair enough. Any other thoughts on this?
Boredom.
Seems like a lot.
Boredom all.
That NVIDIA list is getting crazier and crazier every day. I can't believe that a lot of things on those are real, but that's insane. Okay, next one. According to Tom Henderson, there's going to be a Skate 4 playtest this week. His tweet states, give it a second here to load, sorry about that. So, who got into the Skate playtest this week? That's what he posted today. Is that EA take? No, EA takes care of Skate, or is that
Yeah.
Ubisoft?
Yeah.
EA. Okay. Yes. Opinion on Skate 4? Does there need to be a Skate 4? Since
Didn't even know there was gonna be a Skate 4.
I
That's cool.
didn't know either.
Well, it was announced at the summer E3 last year.
Oh,
Or
I thought that was
at EA's thing that was like a month after E3.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
No, that they announced like it was a video online where it was like all people and they were like, we're working on it, and there was no footage of it or anything.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was confirmed. It's in our group chat too, if you go back, and I think we all talked about it at one point last year. But honestly, since there was no information on it, easily forgettable.
Okay.
There we go.
Also, out of
Skate 1.
curiosity, when you look at these gamings and rumors, why don't you sort it by top over the last week?
Top or I I
Instead
don't know.
of new.
I just sort of by newest. I guess I could do that. Sort of
Because, I
by.
mean, it just makes the most sense to do top over the last week. Because you're only getting ones over the last, like, 24 hours. And a lot of them
Okay.
are, after 24 hours, are debunked and delisted.
Okay, makes
So,
sense.
out of curiosity, I was just curious.
No, I have it sorted out that way now. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll take it that way. Cool. I appreciate the advice. Um, I think we've talked about this one in the past, but I'll still mention it regardless, since this is the second post top for last week. Jeff Grubb now mentions again the PlayStation acquisition is bigger than Kojima Productions.
Oh my god, not this.
I mean, he's saying it's bigger than that. There was a possible rumor in the beginning of the week. I'm sorry, in the middle of last week actually, talking about Kojima and Death Stranding appearing on PlayStation Studios' banner, and they could possibly be bought out and put under their umbrella. Kojima came out and said that they're still going to remain an independent studio. That obviously can mean nothing, because I think somebody else had said the same thing, and then the
Blue
next day
Box.
Sony announced. Yeah, Sony
It was
announced
like
that
2 months later.
You mean Blue Point, not Blue Box.
Oh, yeah, Blue Point, yeah.
They announced that,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that, they're under Sony, so things can change. But yeah, Jeff Grubb is once again saying that the one that is supposed to be mentioned is going to be bigger than Kojima Productions. A lot of things are saying from, well, a couple of rumors spread out today talking about From Software being the one that's potentially bought. They'd have to pay quite a bit of money, I think, from Katakawa Productions to get them. Because I think they have quite a stake in From Software.
80%.
Yes, so they'd have to pay quite a pretty penny to get it from them. And that is technically a very big acquisition for Sony if we're talking about expanding PlayStation's portfolio. From Software would be a huge, huge buy for them. No, you don't think so, Kevin?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, you want to give me your opinion on that?
They don't release games fast enough.
I can fully agree with that.
It's not a big purchase. Like if it's not, because okay, Jeff Grubb says it's bigger than Kojima. I would argue Kojima and From Software release games at relatively the same rate. With oh, they have like their followings, sure, and From Software is definitely bigger than Kojima's,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't think that really makes that big of waves. I would say something like PlayStation buying like Konami, Atari, Bandai Namco, like I don't know, something gigantic, like actually gigantic that has a whole bunch of developers underneath them.
Konami would be the gigantic one that's the most realistic buy, considering their position right now, and that their IPs are generally not doing as well as they want it to be done. The only thing that's making money for them are the gacha machines, the pachinko,
Then why
and
buy them, though?
Yu-Gi-Oh. It's because of the brand. The brand awareness that they have. Yu-Gi-Oh alone is worth millions of dollars. And second, it's just they're not in a good spot. They could be bought, and that would be a good asset to Sony under their under their umbrella.
I don't think Sony's buying From Software. I do mostly agree with Kevin that it wouldn't be as big of a deal as the internet makes it out to be. It would literally just be news for like a week. And then people would be like, I can't believe the next Elden Ring 2 is going to be PlayStation exclusive, probably. And that would be the end of it. The thing is, though, going by, how Sony buys companies, I understand why they would buy From Software more than Konami. Because they want to work with someone who's already doing something and they already have a really good relationship with. They're going for something that they've been making games and they've proved that they're a studio with talent, especially Elden Ring's coming out this year and it's clearly Game of the Year winner for most outlets at this point, and we've known that since it came out. So it just seems like a more logical buy for them. It fits in with all the studios that they have. I don't want them to buy From Software though, because there's just no reason for that.
I don't see how that makes the internet break. I don't see how.
For a week it would. The internet would break over any acquisition news. It would break over this instead of I don't know what it would not break to in regards to an acquisition, unless it's somebody small.
Why do you sit there and you tell her independent developers to hold off with their news? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't think
From Software, because I would go.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
No, I said, I don't think this is the one. I don't think that's what the big acquisition is. I don't know. I honestly just don't know about the acquisition. Jeff Grubb is just talking about how he's heard things, and Kojima is not as big as what he's heard. So it's something bigger than Kojima. I would say From Software is bigger than Kojima, but still not enough for me to go, wow. That would be a good get for Sony, but I still don't want it.
Konami would be the big thing that everybody goes wow for. They go, oh my god. Konami would be.
Because they're not doing anything.
It's not that. So here's the thing. Konami would be the big get for three things. Their IPs, they have Metal Gear, they have Silent Hill, they have Castlevania, they have Yu-Gi-Oh, they have Armored Core. Is that
No,
them?
that's From Software.
Armored Core's From Software?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So those four alone, are just globally recognized as an actual brand.
But the thing is, Sony's not out there buying titles; they're buying talent.
No,
that's the difference between Microsoft and Sony. So when I'm thinking of something big, I'm not thinking of something big that's going to break the internet. That's just not in Sony's wheelhouse. There's no reason for them to buy Konami. I could see them honestly investing in a major stake in Ubisoft or something like that. Not a full-out ownership, but that's what I'm saying. A company that has a lot of teams that have gotten recognition. I just do not see them buying Konami because they just don't have they have IP, but that's it. And Sony can make IP. They can build it from the ground up. They don't care. They want a studio that's been working on, if they have an IP, cool, but have good games in that IP that have come out recently. That's I feel like that's more Sony's approach when it comes to them getting acquisitions.
The only other one that I could think is a buy for talent is Atlas. The guys who make Persona, Catherine, Soul Hackers, they're a big Japanese presence there. Sony has definitely been scaling back on their own personal Japanese presence as it is, but a good talent buy would definitely be Atlas, and that's been something that I think's been discussed across the internet.
I agree.
It seems likely Atlas would be one. Capcom would be another one. Capcom would be a huge buy.
Capcom makes way more sense than Konami?
that because of their recent resurgence with all of their games. Talent for them looks better than Konami. I mean, Konami's talent is at this point garbage.
I wouldn't say that, but
well, if you're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, then yes, it's mostly garbage at this point. But I agree with your statement of saying, okay, they're buying more talent. Microsoft would come in and sweep up Konami because they want the brands and recognition, and all that. Like, oh yeah, you go to Xbox, you see XYZ here. PlayStation. The other thing that it's intriguing to me is that PlayStation is very, very heavy right now on concentrating on live service games. Obviously, with the Destiny, Bungie acquisition. Can you just imagine where you have a live service implemented in some of these games already? Like, let's say, for example, they do buy From, right? They buy From Software. The next Souls game has a proper live service system in it where matchmaking multiplayer actually works as intended and is way more intricate than the one it has now. I don't know if that's what the community wants, and people who play Elden Ring, I mean, can probably give me a better understanding of this, but I can just... Sony has such a focus on live service right now, and I keep wanting to say live action. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that. Live service right now, that I can just picture different games they want to implement live service into and make those completely different playing fields for those games. Like, those games get flipped upside down. I think you gave me the idea the other night. You were talking about Horizon and possibly I think you mentioned a horror style, like first-person shooter or something like that Guerrilla was working on.
I said there's been rumors that Guerrilla's been working on like a first-person shooter game or like a second game, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if it was like a live service where you're in the fight against the machines before the time jump, where you're actually like a battalion, like trying to actually make a difference, and you're just getting slaughtered by these machines. I thought that would be pretty cool and be a lot of fun. That was just a thought I had. I'm sure somebody else has had that thought, but it just popped to me the other night.
But you see, that's the thing that is, I guess, with Kevin, how you mentioned, like, so From Software wouldn't be that big. I think it's when you think about what they're focusing on and what they're trying to implement their focuses into. If they were to buy something like From Software or Atlas or maybe Konami would be excluded. I'll take my words back at that point. But Atlas and Capcom and From Software just implementing live service into those, because those guys don't generally have a very strong live service game as it is. You take that, put it under Sony's umbrella, and say, okay, here's what we're implementing. We're using Bungie's technology and ideas to put in what live service should look like into some of these games. Just my thought process on this. I don't know if anybody else has any other opinions, but that's what I'm looking at as far as that.
I mean, I don't think Elden Ring needs live service.
100% not.
Okay.
If you're gonna buy From Software, buy Bandai Namco.
They're huge, though. They are absolutely gigantic.
Well, there you go. There's your actual waves in the internet.
God, I think the internet would be broken for quite a long time if they bought them.
I don't really know what existing things I would want, like, live service to be in. It kind of has to be something you think of from the start. You can't really implement it after it's already out. At least I don't think you can. Maybe you can. Prove me wrong, somebody. Go. Do it.
Real quick, before we get kind of too far into that, so Sony's talked about the live service, how they want live service, but they've also talked about how they're not putting it in games that they don't think need to have it. They're leaving it up to developers, and if developers have an idea for a live service game, they're more willing to hear it. That was what they were talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's not like, hey, make it Uncharted, make it live service. Like, they weren't like that. They were like, if you have anything, come to us. And then they were like, we have 10 in development now. Because their studios came to them with that.
Okay. I appreciate the clarification.
A first-person shooter that's a live service, I think that'd be a first. I don't believe there's been any yet. There's been some that have come close, but none of them really are live service games. Like
Crossfire X.
No.
God. What is that game on Metacritic now? Less than 20 or something?
I thought that was live service.
Counter-Strike is. What's this?
It was supposed to be. That was supposed to be live service, I think, but it's only live service in China. I thought that was what it was. Because here it was just a single player FPS. Am I wrong on that for Crossfire X?
Crossfire? Crossfire was this god-awful thing that tried to be Counter-Strike, but Chinese developed. As long as I'm remembering the right game, I think I am.
Yeah, but that was live service.
Crossfire's been around for a while.
Right, and that's only live service in China, though, not here.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't know that.
I don't. That's why I'm asking. I don't know. I thought that's what we had.
I refuse to acknowledge that game.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you for the trash.
I was like, wow, okay, so you literally decided to we're gonna just freaking almost blatantly rip off Counter-Strike, but then somehow make it exponentially worse. How would you pull this off?
Gotcha.
That was it. Yeah. Counter-Strike is not a hard game to replicate. I don't know if you know this or not. There's not a lot going on in Counter-Strike.
I don't doubt it.
But it's a super deep game. Don't get me wrong. The strategy in the game, huge. The actual game mechanics, real shallow.
Okay.
Shoot, head, win.
Let's move on to the next one I got here. So
I'm ready.
This is Jez Corden gives details on certain Affinity's Halo Infinite game mode on their podcast, the Xbox 2. They're talking about an upcoming Infinite game mode. It's a battle royale. It's been in development for 2 years.
No.
It's a huge deal. Considers it a war zone or separate game undertaking. Goal is to bring in new players into the Halo franchise, targeting Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex audience.
Absolutely not.
Believes it's targeting Season 3 or 4. Also ties into Forge mode, like Fortnite Creative. And they brought in certain affinity for the specific mode. Don't think they're going to ignore the rest of it. I don't know who certain affinity is. I have no idea.
I'm looking it up. I have so many feelings, if you couldn't tell.
Apparently they're a developer, certain affinity?
Yeah, I would hope they are.
Because 343 is not working on this battle royale.
Oh, this is promising. Alright. Yep. Yeah, great. Transformers, Fall of Cybertron, Age of Booty, Left 4 Dead, Halo 4, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Halo Combat Evolved. That's their itinerary. So they know Halo. That's good.
They do.
They're mostly ex-Bungie.
To make.
But let me tell you something. All right, we're gonna just put the brakes on this one real quick. All right.
Go ahead.
Let's go back to a game. Oh boy, was it Halo 4 or Halo 5? One of those two. I think it was Halo 5. Halo 5 had this big multiplayer mode that was a mix of PvP and PvE that was absolute freaking trash. It was the worst thing you could possibly throw at a Halo game. It was so slapdash put together. I don't trust these people to make a battle royale because they couldn't even do whatever the hell that was supposed to be. It was awful. I wish. Hold on, I want to look up what that mode was called.
Please tell me.
Someone else can comment if there's any other comments.
Yeah, anybody have any comments on this, please feel free to use us at this point.
It's good that they're talking about what's happening with the game. I mean, Eh.
I would agree.
I don't play Halo, and also like the community doesn't seem to be
Very
as
thrilled.
active as it once was, and they just want the game to just have more maps, and more modes. I feel like every multiplayer game should just continue to add maps and modes if they want it to continue to live. Honestly, just a refresh of maps usually is pretty good for people. And it just seems like this game was not ready when it came out. And this is being confirmed every time information comes out about what's coming up.
I mean, if Microsoft delayed this game again, can you imagine what would have happened to the internet?
The internet would have been like, this is ridiculous, but can you imagine what would have happened if it came out and it was something that actually felt like a complete experience?
And I would have been like, this is amazing, and it's going to be remembered for generations.
Yeah, they'll be like, this is why it was delayed. We got it. But now it's had this middling launch of, hey, the story was cool, and some people liked the openness of it. Some people thought it was bland, but the physics of Halo were still there, so they still had fun if you liked Halo. And like, there's things people like. They should have delayed it until the show came out.
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to why this came out, and hopefully they can get it to a point where it gets a little bit of more of a community back. But I think, as Kevin mentioned previously, Halo's never been like this huge thing, like for people playing for a while. Like, it's usually a small group of people who just play it a lot.
I mean, but Halo's got a big following as it is.
Yeah, it sells.
Right?
It sells a lot, but it's not something that a lot of people play for years. It's got like a good community, but it's not something like for some reason when Microsoft was advertising this before it came out, they wanted it to be this 30 million people are going to be playing it a year. Like, that's just not what it is. It's not. I mean, I don't think any game's 30 million people, but it's not. It's just not one of those types of games.
I mean,
It's not a Counter Strike.
Elden Ring garnered quite a bit of players. I don't think it was 30 million, but they garnered quite a million.
Yeah, but in 2 years or a year after its launch, how many people are still going to be playing Elden Ring?
I would probably think still a lot. I think
probably more than Halo, and it's a single player game, and that says something about Halo.
Yeah,
so,
100%, I agree with your statement. 100%.
It was called Warzone, 24-player game type, with 2 teams of 12 and several AI-controlled enemies. And it was like base capturing. It was like a mini. I do remember this a lot more now. It was like a very, 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 very mini planet side. But it was horrible. The lag, real bad, because Halo has always had terrible netcode. Bungie can't make netcode to save its lives. Neither can freaking whoever. Bungie
343
is with Destiny now. 343 also can't. Neither company can make good netcode. So you had really laggy hit detection. I think most things still hit. It just registered way late. And that was only 24 players. And I don't know how the hell you make a battle royale out of Halo. The weapons are horribly balanced against one another. There's no attachments at all in this game.
There
Unless
was
you
a
somehow
rumor.
throw that together.
There was a rumor like a month ago that Warzone might have been coming back in Halo. And I remember, I think, Kevin, you made a joke. You're like, that's Call of Duty. Or something like that. So, I think...
I forgot that this mode existed. Named Warzone. Yeah, because there was Halo 5 Guardians.
I don't remember. Does this list Warzone? Genesis? This rumor?
I said something about that, no?
Yes, it does. It does list
okay.
Warzone. You're correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Like,
let's see what happens, but
I feel like if they're gonna make, because now it says Battle Royale, correct?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Battle Royale.
See, if they made a scale planet side as a Halo, maybe, because you got all the vehicles, you can make different classes, because they kind of have that now in Halo. But to make a Battle Royale with what Halo has, what are you gonna do? Someone gets in a tank, they just start freaking dominating. somebody gets like a sniper rifle, you can't beat anybody because the movement of Halo is
I
like
don't think you put a
you
tank
can't
in.
avoid a sniper in Halo. You just can't unless you're close quarters.
You can
And
avoid a sniper.
no, you can't.
I've played Halo. You
Halo's
can avoid a
movement is
sniper.
so slow. It is
No,
so
what?
slow.
No. You can
Okay.
avoid a sniper.
You can play against bad people.
Oh man. Apparently you are the bad player playing against good people then. I mean, I've been
Alright.
killed multiple times by snipers, but you can get out of there.
If there's like a wall, movement is so slow in Halo.
Oh wow. The last one I played was 3 and the movement was not slow. So I don't know if they've changed that or different perspectives, but wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with that, I'll move on to the next rumor. The next one I got here. This year's reported Need for Speed title will adopt a photorealistic art style mixed with anime elements, according to Jeff Grubb.
What?
He says it's going to be photorealistic, but it's going to have on top of that anime elements. You know when you see a car commercial or something like that, and the car's driving around, but then the cartoons, flames and stuff are flying off of it. That's the kind of aesthetic that they seem to be going for.
No, I don't know those commercials. Could you
I
tell me
don't
what
know.
those are?
I have never seen those either. I don't know.
I know what he's saying.
Guys,
But we're
real
supposed to
quick,
see
I went
commercials
to
like
school with a marketing degree. I often go on websites that have commercials, and one year I watched thousands of car commercials, and I could tell you I have never seen what this man is talking about in a car commercial. But also, there's a link in the rumor to like gameplay leak of the game where it shows. I see now what they were talking about. There was a 2021 alpha about a year ago,
Uh-huh.
and it's like photorealistic, but with arcadey flames coming out of the back and like the lines coming out of the back of the brake lights and stuff. So it just makes it look a little different. It's
Interesting.
weird, very weird. As long as you don't get out of the car, and it has a better voice actor for every
I would agree.
character.
Yeah,
And
better voice
also the
actors,
story
definitely.
is not stupid, and also the races aren't terrible. And instead of an open world, you can just go mission to mission, and you can upgrade cars instead of upgrading cars in a stupid wheel of lottery crap. Kevin, it's 12:03. By the way, I don't. You were gonna save something for 12:01.
Oh shit! Well, too bad.
Oh, fuck.
Forgot what it was.
All right. Well, moving on to the next
call
one.
me a little bitch. I think that's what I was gonna say.
I mean,
Interesting.
I don't think I'd call you a little bitch, but okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all
you
right.
did. You secretly called me a little bitch when I went to
I
bed
did not
instead of
call
playing
you a
Stranger
little.
Paradise.
I did not call you a little bitch for going to bed instead of playing Stranger Paradise. Okay, you can ask Adam.
Hey. First of all, Genesis did not call you a little bitch, all right? Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way right now. I did. I was like, wow, what a little bitch for going to sleep. This man finally gets somebody to help him at work and he's more tired. Like, what the hell's going on? He's faking it. It's all lies.
Fake it till you make it.
He'll never make it.
All right.
I won't.
Next rumor I got here.
Forever held down.
PlayStation dev. PlayStation dev. PlayStation has some bangers out this year, not Ragnarok, but equally cool. The PlayStation dev I'm referring to is Robert Morrison. Apparently he received a gift from PlayStation's creative arts team. He says in his tweet, "I'm not working on Ragnarok, but something equally cool. That feeling when you have 3 to 5 years of work you cannot show yet." It's a banger, apparently. I don't know. I don't know what Robert Morrison's track record is of what he's worked on before. But 3 to 5 years. I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts on this?
So he's What's going on? What happened?
Robert Morrison, a PlayStation developer, is saying that he's got a banger coming out this year that is not God of War Ragnarok. So maybe that's like a slight confirmation that Ragnarok is still happening this year. But also he says that he's been working on his project for 3 to 5 years that he cannot show yet, but will be able to very soon.
Um.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking.
Yeah, I agree.
What's going on?
While you're thinking,
What am
I'll
I
throw
thinking
something
about?
else. Well, Adam's thinking.
Oh.
I'll also throw out there. Apparently, Snoop Dogg is playable in Call of Duty now.
Oh my god.
On top of that, there's a rumor that King Kong and Godzilla will be available in Call of Duty coming soon.
What? What is this, Rampage?
I don't know.
War of the Monsters.
War of the Monsters and the Drug Dealer. That was mean. I'm sorry. Wow.
Snoop the Snoop.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Snoopity.
Well, Adam is still thinking. Let me talk about this one. Kevin, this is more geared towards you. The World of Warcraft Dragonflight details leak, including cinematic screenshot, release month, etc., etc. So the bullet points include new playable humanoid draconic race called the Drakthar. They are neutral at the start like the Pandaren. New playable class called Evoker. Classic style talent trees are returning, but with 2 columns rather than 3. Dragonflight will release in November 2022. Wrath of the Lich King Classic will release in September of 2022.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means, but yeah.
Well, Wrath of the Lich King is the next expansion in the re-release of World of Warcraft, the series, because Blizzard has no actual talent anymore. So they're
Right.
re-releasing World of Warcraft because everybody wanted to play WoW Classic. They're like, oh, we'll do you one better. We'll release every game again. Um, so that's what Wrath of the Lich King is. And then World of Warcraft Dragonflight, freaking out who the hell the Drakthar are. That's new.
I don't
I
know who
could
they
give
are
two
either.
shits about them. The old talent trees are coming back. I'm sure players are going to be excited about that because they hated them. That's the only reason they revamped the talent trees in the first place. And yeah, there you have it.
Adam, you got your thoughts yet?
No.
Okay.
What's he thinking about? Maybe I'll think about it.
He's thinking about Robert Morrison and that this is a PlayStation dev that says that he's got some banger coming out this year that's not God of War Ragnarok. He's been working on it for 3 to 5 years, and that he's excited to show it really soon.
Who is Robert Morrison?
Apparently, a PlayStation dev.
That's it. Just
Yeah,
one.
he's a
working on a
PlayStation dev.
game.
I guess. I
Witness
don't know
2.
if he's part of a
That'd be a
company.
banger.
Oh god, he's been
No
working on
other
it for
game
three to
would
five
matter for
years,
the
so
rest of
I'm
the year.
assuming it's bigger than The Witness too.
That's impossible.
Oh god, okay.
I don't
I'll
think
throw
you
one
remember
more.
back for Game of the Year when we were talking about our best games of all, or no, not Game of the Year. Whenever the hell we were doing what's your top 10 all-time games? You know what was at number 1 for me, right? The
The
Witness,
Witness.
because that game was freaking insanely good. Play it, go buy it, play it, then buy it and play it again. All right.
Let me throw one more out there while Adam is still getting his thoughts together.
I have my thoughts.
Please enlighten us
Okay,
wisely.
so this guy. All right, it took a second. So this guy used to work at, funny enough, Certain Affinity. So get hype.
Oh God.
Also, he used to work at Santa Monica. For 10 months, he's worked at Sony's Visual Arts Development Studio, which, if you remember them, back in 2020, they were supposed to be doing the Uncharted game, the next Uncharted game, and or The Last of Us 1 remake. And back in 2020, they hired the man who worked on Uncharted like art. And this guy has worked at not Naughty Dog, so he's not the guy that they would have hired. And he's only been at this current studio for 10 months, so he's either talking about a game that he hasn't been working on for 2 to 5 years, or he's only been working on it for 10 months, since he's only been there for 10 months. So I'm a little confused by this. There's a lot going on here. None of this makes any sense. Also, since he did work at Santa Monica, it literally could be talking about the game that Cory Barlog is directing, the one that's been rumored for him to come out. Also, there's another rumor in this Gaming Leaks and Rumors because Cory Barlog might be coming back to Twitter because he deactivated like a month ago due to personal issues and stuff, but people also think that he might just be getting prepared for an onslaught of questions because they're going to reveal the next Santa Monica game that's not a God of War game. So that might be something he did some art for back then. So that's my final thought. He did some art back then for that game, but he was only there for 6 months at Santa Monica. So also, maybe.
Firstly, that was well worth the wait. Thank you for all your thoughts, actually.
There was an investigation I had to go through so much.
Isn't that the space game that people were talking about with Cory Barlog?
There was a space game that was supposed to be in development, but then canceled, and then God of War the reimagining of God of War happened. And then now people again think it's a space game, only based off that a space game was canceled. There's really no other information on a space game. Because there was that leaked concept art, but then Sony Santa Monica came out and confirmed that that concept art was from their canceled space game. So it could be, again, that space game. But we don't know. We honestly don't know. So, but the only thing we know is Cory Barlog is directing it. And he's been directing it for the last few years. Or 2 years, I think.
And would that be a banger?
I mean, it could be. We need to see something. I don't know if it gets announced and then comes out this year, though. That wouldn't make much sense.
I mean, PlayStation's got the back half of 2022 at this point to worry about.
Yeah, but they're not in the habit of announcing a game and then launching it within 6 months.
Didn't they do that with... They did that recently, didn't they? We talked about this on the podcast.
With what?
Hell, why can't I think of it now? Didn't they do it recently with a game? We had a topic about this in the podcast, and we were like, they're doing this more and more now, where they're keeping releases closer to the reveals.
Well, they were trying to do that, and then the pandemic and stuff, and then games just been delayed forever. But I don't think they've ever done...
Maybe that was the topic. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, they haven't done an announcement of a game. The only one I can think of is like... I mean, everything I can think of is like a year.
Okay. Yeah,
and that's Ratchet and Clank and then Returnal. That's all a little over a year after they were first shown off.
I mean, if this is indeed the Cory Barlog game, I mean... I would assume we have something good in store for us.
Oh, right? Yeah. I mean, it's Santa Monica. I trust them.
Right.
I'll determine when I see it, though.
I don't know anything about this man, so I appreciate you doing all the legwork and doing the investigation on this guy, but yeah. Any thoughts on Adam's wonderful Commentary?
No.
Okay.
Good.
Last rumor I think I'll have here. How many rumors was that? I think 6. Okay. Well, whoever said 6, they get it.
That's another 6.
That's another you win the prize.
What's the prize?
My dick in your mouth.
Ooh.
I like how you cut out, so it was censored for me.
It didn't cut out for me.
Okay, last one here. Brad Sams heard that Xbox Game Pass Family Plan is targeted for a fall release around the holiday time of this year. He's known as IdleSloth84 on Twitter.
Wait, Brad Sams?
Yes, if I'm
That's
reading this
the
correctly.
Series S guy. That's the guy who broke the Series S. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, or maybe I'm sorry, maybe IdleSloth is saying Brad Sams is saying something. Sorry, I apologize. Maybe
Either way, Brad Sams, I trust, because he's the one who leaked out the Series S and led to that great Microsoft tweet where they had that monkey looking to the side or whatever the hell that animated creature is.
Yeah. Yep. He says, family plan is targeted for a fall release around the holiday time. Keep in mind, lots of things change. Lots of things are moving timelines. That was the initial target for Xbox Game Pass Family Plan. Apparently, this is supposed to be similar to, like, what Nintendo's Family Plan is supposed to be. Multiple people on Game Pass, and I think you pay a higher fee for it, and, like, up to 5 people can share a Game Pass. I think that's what the original rumor was for this thing. That in bulk.
I mean, they already announced they were working on this, I think. I thought they did.
I don't think Xbox has come out officially and said that they're working on an Xbox.
I thought there was a whole blog post about it. By, like, Jez Corden or whatever.
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. I don't remember seeing that. I don't know if we even talked about it.
I mean, we don't own Xbox, so we don't really talk about Xbox, if I'm honest.
No, but that would have been something we would have spoken about, I would think.
Pretty sure it was in the group chat.
Oh, okay. Well, my mistake then.
Yeah, March 31st. They talked about moving forward.
They didn't have a release date for it.
No, it was just they talked about moving forward with it. That they're looking into it and trying to see if it works. And
so the rumor's the release date, fall release.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, especially with the revamp of PlayStation Plus, PlayStation does not allow you to share a lot of your benefits with the family. So only one other PlayStation. So it'd be very advantageous for Xbox to do something like that. I'd probably see their sub numbers move up quite a bit.
I don't think it'd move up that much, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, like, why would it? Like, if you have, like, young children and you're letting them play, like, Xbox games, I'm assuming you're just letting them play on yours. Like...
yeah, but what if...
I could see their profits increasing, but I could also see people just being like 4 friends are like, hey, let's just share one. So it's cheaper for us.
Which then takes a 4 individual subscription down to 1 multi-subscription?
Yeah, down to 1 family plan, which I could see being done. Copter wanted to do that for Nintendo, the Switch Online. And I was like, mine doesn't run out until like next year in July or something. So I'm good.
I gotcha.
And then he said, I'll wait. And I'm like, you poor ass piece of shit.
I agree. There was an infographic that I had sent into the chat, I think at one point, that showed the actual subscribers to PlayStation Plus versus like Game Pass and things like that. I think it was like it was quite a big difference between.
It's not comparable at all.
No. I just remember I sent that infographic.
You did, and I was gonna say like infographics like this are bad, but didn't feel like it at the time.
No, because I'm not making correct comparisons.
Yeah, because PlayStation Plus is more Xbox Live Gold. That's what you
now
compare
gold.
it to. Which is also,
Gold.
like, not as high, but...
Yeah, but gold is slowly phasing out, I think, now, right? Is that
No, it's still
the case?
there. People just want it to be absorbed into Game Pass, and just that's it. Because there's no point for gold.
Yeah.
Because if you're paying for an online service, you might as well just pay a little bit more. So the only thing I could see annoying with that family plan, I wonder if they're gonna have like a year membership, or if it's the same 1 or 3 months as Game
It's
Pass.
weird that Game Pass does not have a year membership at this point, but
Yeah, I don't know why.
make more monthly.
It's still weird.
I would agree. But that wraps it up for our podcast for today, gentlemen. To everybody who stuck by, thank you so much, as always. You will see us again next week, same time, same place.
90.
Yes, for episode number 90. Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/craftingachat, youtube.com/startingtoolate with 2 R's. And we'll see you guys next week. Take care, everybody. Go get your vaccines. COVID's not over. Pieces of garbage.
Yeah, get them. Get them. Get them.